Hello and welcome to Left, Right and Centre on a far from sleepy Sunday. It's been a day, in fact, of hectic political brinkmanship in the northeast, with the BJP now set to form government or be part of the government in all three states, Meghalaya, Nagaland and Tripura. The spotlight today was firmly on Meghalaya, where the Congress, despite being the single largest party, was wholly outmaneuvered by the NPP-BJP coalition. Conrad Sangma of the NPP will be sworn in as Chief Minister on the 6th of March. He's spoken to my colleague Alok Pandey in Shillong. We'll bring you that interview shortly. But this after the UDP, which had 6 MLAs, played kingmaker. The UDP chief, Don Kupur Roy, also joins us on the program tonight. In Nagaland, Nephew Rio set to become Chief Minister for a 4th term. He is also one of our newsmakers tonight. And in Tripura, Manik Sarkar formally resigning as Chief Minister. He was asked to continue till a new government is sworn in. But in a clear sign that the focus has already shifted to the road to 2019, there were 2 other big political developments. Arch rivals in Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh Yadav's Samajwadi Party and Mayawati's BSP have just come a big step closer, with the BSP declaring support to candidates fielded by the SP in the upcoming bypolls in Gorakhpur and Phulpur. Gorakhpur, of course, especially significant since it's the bastion of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. Also, Telangana Chief Minister and TRS Chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao has proposed a 3rd political front, minus the BJP and minus the Congress. He says he's willing to take a leadership role in getting this 3rd front together. Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has reportedly called KCR and congratulated him and said she will extend support to the formation. Well, lots to discuss tonight, and to do that, we're being joined by Babul Supriyo, Minister of State for Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. He's also BJP MP from Asansol. Joining us from the Congress tonight, we have spokesperson Salman Soz. Also to discuss more of the developments in the Northeast, Kalyan Barua, Bureau Chief of the Assam Tribune, and Suhas Chakma, Consultant Editor of Apolitical, who's with us tonight. But let me go straight across first to the man of the moment, Conrad Sangma, Chief of the National People's Party, all set to be the next Chief Minister of Meghalaya with the support of 34 MLAs. He'll be sworn in on Tuesday. He spoke with my colleague, exclusively to my colleague Alok Pandey.
Conrad Sangma is designated now to be Meghalaya Chief Minister. He's here with us. Mr. Don Kupur Roy is also here. I just want to start by asking you, Mr. Sangma, how did you manage to stitch together that alliance? What did it take to actually stitch this alliance together?
No, I think there were like-minded parties who had a common agenda and a common interest, and this relationship that has been there for a long time. And it's just these people or these teams or these parties that have come together, and we propose, as I said, to work under an alliance and bring the changes that we've been planning to work on. So it's just that the like-minded parties have come together. So that's what it is. And
what help did the BJP give you? So they said they have only 2 seats. They'd like you to take the lead. But we saw Himanta Biswa Sarma and other people coming here. What is the kind of help that you got from the BJP, sir?
No, it's not about help. I mean, they're also part of the alliance. And so therefore, it is just that they wanted to be part of the system and the process of forming. So we're working together on it. And I'm very thankful to all our alliance partners who have really shown faith in the government, in this particular alliance, and we've come together. So it's all the partners have worked together. You noticed him because he's a minister and he's always around. But all the partners were there. Mr. Don Kupur Roy was there, Mr. Rennington was there, people from our Mr. Hick was there. But you didn't notice them, but you noticed him. So
no, we did speak to Mr. Roy earlier in the debate. I want to also ask you, sir, where do you think the Congress faltered? They were also there with the single largest party. Why do you think they did not manage to stitch together an alliance?
No, I think there's a large anti-incumbency in the last government. And as I said, most of the political parties that have been fighting this election fought this election with the incumbent government. So therefore, we saw all the political parties that were against the government come together. So it was natural. So I think it was the anti-incumbency that went against them, and their policies that the government and the people, were not for.
Yeah, once you do form the government, sir, can you list out your priorities? What are your priorities going to be?
We've been mentioning this a lot in the press also earlier and in the election, but governance is a very important issue for us. We want to ensure that there is a good, clean governance that takes place, a transparent government takes place, a government that is going to perform, implementation of schemes are done well, sincerity, commitment has to be there. Of course, areas like infrastructure, from road, to power, to water is important for us. Social sectors like health and education, food and service supplies is very important for us. Youth is an important sector for us, where we want to ensure that jobs are created. So these are all a spectrum of things, but below it lies good governance. So if the governance is good, implementation is good, we feel that we can deliver, and that is what we're going to focus on.
How do you ensure the stability of a government in a rainbow coalition like this?
It's never easy, but what I'm very thankful and happy is that we have got very good partners and we've got good MLAs, committed people who really want to make a change. And I think that is going to be the biggest strength of this coalition.
One more question. How do you respond to the Congress's allegations of horse trading, sir?
There is no horse trading. Where is there the horse trading? Everybody has come happily and and wanted to be a part of the change, and that is what it is. So I think it's just allegations they're making. I have no comments to make about those allegations.
Thank you so much. So you have all the allies here and the Chief Minister Conrad himself. If he does form the government, it will be interesting to see how such a coalition goes forward in Meghalaya. With Nakul Rabha in Shillong, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
And the BJP's key northeast strategist, the other man of the moment, Hemanta Biswa Sarma, has told NDTV the Congress failed to read ground realities in Meghalaya before it dispatched key leaders there who have had to return empty-handed.
Hemanta Biswa Sarma and Nalin Kohli of the BJP are here with me. Sir, I just want to start by asking you, you are a senior leader, you've been with the Congress earlier too. Where do you think they faltered, sir? How do you think they faltered?
No, I think they have faltered in their judgment. In Meghalaya, when election result was announced, Congress got 21 seats. Because Chief Minister won from 2 seats, the number has automatically reduced to 20. The magic number was 30 or is 30. So now before dispatching senior leader like Ahmed Patel, Kamal Nath, CP Joshi, Mukul Wasnik, there should have been some basic calculation. I mean, if you don't have any contract on the ground level, or if you are not aware about the political complexity, or if you are not aware that what kind of pre-poll, post-poll alliance has played off in Meghalaya, then why you are sending such senior leaders? I mean, this is a humiliation to them.
So beyond the politics, they are saying it's more inducement from your side or the NPP side.
No, I think my humble request will be that don't compare northeastern region like potato in the market, that you can give inducement, you can purchase them, you can sell them. Not fair. I think these are the allegations. Probably they have come here to market something. They could not get those potatoes. That is why they are very angry. But we people of Northeast are not like that. We are proud citizens of this country. Do not, I mean, if you have fail, but do not accuse.
What's the formula, sir? Is everyone joining the cabinet or all parties joining it?
Yes, all the parties will join in the cabinet and they will have a ratio of representation at 2:1. And a council of minister will take vote on 10:30 a.m. on 6th of March. And every party will have fair representation.
It's my final question to you, Mr. Kohli. The Lok Sabha elections are also due. Northeast is now a region where you have many governments. How do you look at the preparations for 2019?
No, I think we need to bear in mind that we have a very, very, very potent message and messenger in Narendra Modi ji in terms of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. And that message is being implemented by Amit Shah ji, our national president. That's why today there were first 19 governments, 3 more are joining in the Northeast. And that's an important thing. And I think it's important to make note that in our party, every Karyakarta who's willing to contribute is given an opportunity. That's why you see people like Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma working and tirelessly working in the area of the Northeast. And we have 7 governments, which has with this
Would
message
you like to
become
better the BJP's performance in Meghalaya itself in the assembly polls, maybe at a later stage?
Well, certainly, I think we need to bear in mind that we did for the first time contest such a large number of candidates like 47. Our vote share has gone up from the last assembly from 1.27% to almost 10%. We have come second in 7 seats. We got only 2 seats. We lost 2 seats narrowly. It's a good beginning, but I think under the guidance of our National Party President Amit Shah ji and the message of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, with other leaders like Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma ji, I'm sure we will better it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, so there you have it. The BJP here saying they were only guiding a coalition, but the coalition they were guiding is almost set to form the government here. With Nakul Rabha and Haloi, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
All right, let me take all of those things raised in those interviews straight away to our guests. Babul Chopra, you were confident even yesterday that it was going to be 3 out of 3 for the BJP and its allies. Events today seem to have borne out that confidence. Even with 28 seats in Meghalaya, the Congress clearly didn't stand a chance.
Well, you see, I think Hemant ji put it very bluntly across. I think Congress is detached from the ground reality. Yes, they did manage 28 seats, but let's understand that in parliament, in democracy, or in the way our the governments are formed, there is a magic number called majority, and with help of the alliance, and the alliance with the help of BJP, they have managed to get to that magic number. So I mean, accusing something right now, or putting the senior leaders, sending them and making them face humiliation, is something that Congress has done before, and they have done it once again. It's a failure on part of Congress to get a reality check and to see what was really happening on the ground.
I want to take that across to Salman.
So it's a funny situation for them.
You heard Hemanta Biswa Sarma say that, if you have failed, do not accuse. But isn't history just repeating itself far too often for comfort? Has no lesson been learned from Goa, from Manipur? Here was the Congress, again the single largest party, and it took less than 24 hours for you to be demolished, really, left out of the running.
Well, first, to Mr. Supriyo's point, and what Minister Sarna was saying, what Nalin Kohli was saying, they talked about how we were detached from the ground reality, and they talked about how BJP made a good beginning in Meghalaya. We were so detached that we, after governing Meghalaya for almost 2 terms, and we thank the people of Meghalaya for giving us an opportunity, we still managed to be the single largest party. And the BJP is not making a beginning, by the way. BJP got 3 seats in 1998. And this time with Modi ji going to Meghalaya, speaking at rallies, the entire cabinet going to Meghalaya, they got 2 seats. And now they're talking about vote share increasing, and because they contested a lot of seats. Now, they did well. They got 2 seats. Congratulations to them, because every time they lose, they lost in Goa. The chief minister lost in Goa. Sitting chief minister, and they still formed a government. In Manipur, they got fewer seats than the Congress, they still formed the government.
All right,
in Arunachal Pradesh, they had a wholesale transfer of Congress MLAs to the BJP. Now, I don't know what magic they have, but clearly there's some magic that the central government and the BJP,
Supriyo, would you say this is magic, or is this pragmatic politics as it's been described earlier?
It's losers winning.
What is the secret formula?
It is. He said it all. He said it all for me, with utter humility. Let me tell you that he has mentioned all those places where Congress managed to get more seats than BJP, but failed to get to that magic figure, and that magic figure does exist in politics. That you have to accept that. So somewhere you are not being able to, you might run for the entire race, but you're not touching the finishing line. That's what it is. And I told yesterday that our Adhyaksh ji is a wizard, and he will, you never know, tomorrow we might have a situation where forming all 3 governments is there. You are definitely missing something, boss, in terms of the finishing line, and you have to think that. It's good to see a smile on your face, but I mean, let's not accuse today of horse trading and all of that. That is definitely not what the magic is. You have happy allies together. BJP has got 2 seats. BJP has 2 seats, but we are part of the alliance, and it's a non-Congress government that is being formed. That's exactly what the goal of BJP is.
Babul, I think the people of India are smart, and they know what's going on.
I'm going to bring in Suhas Chakma here for a quick comment. Now, it was interesting that we heard Hemanta Biswa Sarma talk about the fact that, Conrad Sangma say that yes, you certainly see Hemanta Biswa Sarma a lot more, but please don't forget that, we had a lot of other allies too, and the UDP also played a part. Did you feel that there was a certain sort of, at least downplaying Mr. Sarma's role over here? And what do you make of that?
Well, I think horse trading is part of the politics. And the Congress guys who went there with 20 seats to get another 11 seats, obviously they also wanted to do the horse trading. So both BJP and Congress should not be denying the fact that horse trading is a part of the political formation across the country. So I mean, there is no point denying it. You may call it, for diplomatic sense, it's magic, or some kind of.
Okay.
But
Now, be
that's
that
not the
as it
reality.
may, to come back, Samaj, to the point that, you had Ahmed Patel and Kamal Nath rushing to Shillong in the aftermath of this verdict. And, they've now left as well. It took less than 24 hours for all of this to play out. How do you see this playing out for the Congress in terms of the larger messaging it is sending out to the country? Because, today we've had those two other very important developments as well. In Uttar Pradesh, your candidates, presumably in these two very critical bypolls, are now going to get squeezed out completely because you have the SP and the BSP coming together for those two by-elections. In Telangana, you also have Mr. KCR saying that he is now ready to take the leadership role in getting together a non-Congress, non-BJP third front in the road to 2019. Where does that leave the Congress? It seems as though you're the new political pariah.
No, actually, I'll tell you what's going on. What's going on is that a few months back, the re-election of Prime Minister Narendra Modi was inevitable. Things have changed dramatically over the last few months. Everybody is aware. These kinds of things that are going on in the country, whether it's KCR and Mamata Banerjee talking to each other, or whether it is BSP and SP combined in one place, what is happening is that people are seeing that there's an opportunity now to displace the BJP government. Why is that happening? That is because these people have not delivered. A young friend of mine...
And yet...
No, I'll tell you what. A young friend of mine told me that, BJP is a party of creating problems. Congress is a party of creating solutions. Let me tell you, we have a great chance in Karnataka, we have a great chance in Rajasthan, we have a great chance in Madhya Pradesh, we have a great chance in Chhattisgarh. We, the Congress party, and the Congress party is going to be the central force.
Do you have a great chance in Uttar Pradesh in the by-elections now that Akhilesh Yadav, who you have formally tied up with, has clearly learned from his mistakes?
But I'll tell you something. We always look at Uttar Pradesh, and clearly we have not done that well in Uttar Pradesh. But look at Maharashtra, where we have a great chance now. The country has changed, and that is simply because Mr. Modi has failed to deliver Achhe Din. He has given us an opening. That is why we are having this discussion. Were we going to have this discussion about 6 months back? No. But we are having this discussion.
All right,
and it's great.
Babul Supriyo, how do you respond to this? The Congress putting a very different complexion on the road to 2019, despite, the political coming together we've seen of interesting alliances, as it were, today. Unlikely ones also.
Well, you see, it's the way you see it. I think again Congress is making a huge mistake by calling this this alliances and whatever they're trying to do as an opportunity for them. I think it's not politics of opportunity, it's politics of desperation. They are getting together because they just don't know how to stop people's support for BJP. I mean, don't disrespect the verdict of the people. By saying that we did not cry any foul when Congress won in Punjab, did we do that? And look, you have people already talking about horse trading and all of that. When you have smiling allies getting together to form the government, I think this is not the right approach, Salman Saab. I'll tell you that this is not politics of opportunity, it's politics of desperation. And Mamata Banerjee getting with KCR, it's irrelevant right now. They call themselves All India Trinamool Congress, but in Meghalaya they had fielded a lot of candidates. All of the candidates got their deposit forfeited.
All right. So okay. So you're saying Mamata Banerjee
actually has no relevance in terms of national politics.
All right, interesting developments there, and no doubt, we'll pay out an interview that took place earlier with Ram Madhav when he talks about the BJP's growing influence in the east and says Bengal is next. So clearly, Mamata Banerjee has plenty to worry about as well. But Salman, yes, you had a point to make. Go ahead. And
well, Babul said very nicely that we didn't create any trouble for you when you won in Punjab. Well, we had more seats than you in Punjab. We had more seats than the reason we wanted to protest Goa was because we got more seats than you. We protested Manipur because we got more seats than you. We protested Arunachal because you had wholesale transfer of Congress MLAs to the BJP. How does that happen? Come on, Babul. You seem like a nice guy. We're on a decent show, I'm happy to say. But people of India understand.
Let's
Manipur, come on, Goa.
No,
Meghalaya, we got more seats than you. We had two.
I appreciate the fact. No, I'm telling you. See, as I said, that's true. That's true at the end of it. But when you are talking about a magic figure, you know, BJP is part of an alliance which is making that magic figure happen.
Okay.
You are not being able to do it. I'm telling you, go back to the drawing board and find out where you're making the mistake. I very nicely told you that you're not being able to reach the finishing line.
Okay,
you're there in the race, but you're not reaching the finishing line. Look what happened, what embarrassment happened to in Goa. You have to admit that.
Okay.